In this video, I'll talk about something big that's happening in October which will make Dogecoin and other cryptos explode. Before we talk about it, let's look at how Dogecoin is doing right now. As you can see, Dogecoin is basically heading sideways right now. It's at 20.8 cents, so it's precisely around the support level I set for it at 20.7 cents. So Dogecoin is trading between the top end of 20 cents and the lower end of 19 cents. I believe Dogecoin and all other cryptos will trade sideways tomorrow as well. I don't expect much to happen. You know the manipulators and whales aren't going to do anything to increase its trading volume, and it's going to continue to drive out some retail investors with paper hands. And this is precisely why we need to look at what's happening for Dogecoin and other cryptos in October. So we can see this tweet from Eric Balchunas. You are familiar with Bitcoin future ETF are approximately halfway through the 75-day period required by the SEC to verify. So, they are going to be authorized based on when they were first registered. We have ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, and that's supposed to be authorized in October. We have VanEck on the 25th and Valkyrie on the 25th as well. And there are many more, as you can see here. So, if even one of these ETF gets approved in October, it could drive the crypto markets to the moon. And this would be a fantastic moment for every crypto holder because we could see Bitcoin and everything just rocket off. We know that there's news coming out from China about the crypto ban. According to these reports, China has imposed a nationwide ban on crypto services and transactions, which has caused the price of Dogecoin and other cryptos to plummet. But all this news from China is just for show, and everything was staged. It was all paid for and supported by huge whales who want to push the price down before October. This is because the whales know these ETF are going to be authorized, and when they are approved, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum are absolutely going to skyrocket. Also, some other good news was that Indonesia is not going to prohibit cryptocurrencies, contrary to what the Chinese Ministry of Commerce claims. So that's great because you know the Indonesians are extremely crypto-aware. Over there, they communicate via Twitter, and this is great news for Indonesians because they can rest confident that they will not face a crypto ban like China. The Indonesian government said, "Sure, there will be certain rules in place to keep everything under control. But that's still a wonderful thing. Some regulation is good, but too much regulation is terrible because when you over-regulate an industry, you kill it. And we can see that with this entire infrastructure bill, we're going to see more and more blockchain innovations migrating offshore." Now, another good news was from El Salvador. It says here that a third of all El Salvadorians are now using the Chivo wallet. As you may be aware, El Salvador has become the first country in which crypto has become legal tender. So with this news, we can safely say that the citizens are embracing it and the pace of acceptance is increasing, which is only good for crypto. And that is why I truly believe that in October, the crypto market will totally blow out and things will become wild. The key point here is that it took less than 3 weeks for this adoption for Chivo to happen. It already has more users than any bank in El Salvador and is moving quickly to get even more users. So, let's look at the market cap right now so you can get a sense of the whole market. It currently stands at $1.94 trillion and is back in the green again. So we can observe that the market remains pretty much static. We're finding that a lot of the coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin are all relatively stagnant. Today, we're seeing the volumes are pretty much stagnant too. And now let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. It currently stands at 27, which is only a tad lower than where we were yesterday. So there's nothing to be concerned about. Remember to constantly do the opposite of what the whales are doing. There is still a huge purchasing opportunity. And we certainly will see that in October, cryptocurrencies are going to explode. Now, let's talk a little about Cardano. I don't know whether you're aware of the Cardano Summit, but you can really go to the summit and look at a lot of conversations. A lot of collaborations are happening right now, so one of the big announcements coming out of the summit is a collaboration with American Telecom Services, and what they want to do is use the blockchain to verify users with this tech. And it's great that the blockchain is becoming a use case for user authentication. So we can see that one of the reasons why we're seeing Cardano price move right now is because of all these announcements and collaborations that are coming out throughout the summit. So, if you have time right now and watch what's going on, there's a slew of announcements and collaborations on the way, which is great news. Another crypto I want to talk about is Solana. According to derivatives data, Solana has achieved a short-term peak. We can observe that, after Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana is now the third most leveraged traded currency. So there's a lot of interest from leveraged traders right now in Solana. Many people believe that Solana will 30x from here, which is a very bullish sign. Solana and Avalanche are some of the currencies that I really like and believe will go wild in October. I believe these are some of the currencies to keep an eye on because they will undoubtedly begin to pump like crazy in October. Now, let's look at something outrageous. It says here that over 10 new cryptocurrencies are being created every day. So there's a massive growth in cryptocurrency right now, with more than 12,000 coins on CoinMarketCap and 7,100 projects last year alone. So overall, the boom is positive. More liquidity and money in space is usually beneficial for everyone. But you also have to be careful. There is a disadvantage as well. This isn't always good for crypto because we're seeing more and more of these new initiatives, pump and dumps come out there, and that's not good because Gary Gensler is using this as an excuse to aggressively regulate cryptocurrency. To be fair, there are some reports coming out for crypto scams every day. About $25 million were lost in crypto scams among Australians. There are a lot of frauds out there, so you simply have to be cautious. So, as I previously said, you may limit your exposure to this type of thing by never investing in anything that's younger than 2 years. But there are some exceptions. If you consider Avalanche, it's less than 2 years old, but it's still pretty good. So you have to look at who's behind the project, the tokenomics, the market cap, and you'll see that there are some outliers. There are occasional exceptions to the rule. But in general, do not invest in something that's less than 2 years old. Even if it's in the top 50 in the list on the CoinMarketCap, don't touch it because it could be a pump and dump and it could be a scam. Now, because of these scams, we have former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers arguing that crypto would do better if it is regulated. He believes that you can tell when big quantities of money are being exchanged in secret. You have the danger of money laundering as well as the potential of supporting different types of crime. So, basically he's talking like Gensler. 5% of the entire crypto market may be seen to be engaging in criminal acts, but that's a very small percentage. They want to laser focus on one thing and generalize it to the entire crypto space and say, well, the entire crypto sector is prone to this sort of conduct. And that is completely false, but this is a story they're attempting to spread throughout the world in order to justify crypto regulation. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $500 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite crypto. Read our description for more info about it. Coming back to Bitcoin, right now on TradingView, we can see that Bitcoin is printing a price of 43.6K, and the only thing that bothers me is that it's below the 20-day moving average, which currently stands at 45.3K. Now, generally, when we dip below the 20-day moving average, we get a lot of dumps and it's essentially a bearish indication. So we just have to keep an eye on that. I believe that if we can bring Bitcoin back up to 45,000 in a very short amount of time, we will be above the 20-day moving average quickly after that. The worst case scenario is that Bitcoin would fall to about 38K around this time, but as we can see, Bitcoin is making attempts to rise above 44K every day. Coming back to Doge, I don't think it'll stay in the red for a long time. I believe we'll simply go sideways and we'll need to keep a watch on the pre-markets. If we see any green on the pre-markets in the United States on Monday, the cryptos will rise. If not, we'll just slide sideways. Still, I don't think there will be any more China FUD. And now, the whales know that this type of attack isn't working with us anymore, since we're much smarter and stronger. And then there's crypto ETF acceptance, which I just talked about. So we have to keep an eye on all these cryptos in October because it's going to be a really bullish month for Dogecoin. But still, I'd like to remind you that this is just my opinion and not financial advice. So you should definitely do proper research before investing anything into crypto. And this is it for today's video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.